taking a break from live-action movies to review a cartoon that my friend suggested to me. Today's movie is Unico and the Island of Magic. If the art style looks familiar, that's because it's coming to you straight from the creator of Astro Boy, Osamu Tezuka, also known as the Japanese Walt Disney. After all those messed up movies and packing for the move, I think a lighthearted cartoon will be a welcome vacation.
I don't want you to think that I've forgotten you, little girl.
No. Well, I already started the video, so... Ika! Our film opens on a serene forest where a wind lady abandons an innocent unicorn baby, Unico.
As the west wind, the gods have ordered me to abandon you on the Hill of Oblivion. Instead, I will leave you here, Unico. You will remember nothing of what has happened. Goodbye, Unico.
Lonely little Unico goes looking for a friend in the forest and finds a grumpier and more apathetic version of Garfield instead.
Can anybody hear me?
Put a lid on it! I'm trying to sleep!
That certainly is an attractive coat you have.
It strikes terror into the hearts of anyone that sees it! Ow!
Oh, are you all right?
Oh, shut up!
Despite his efforts, Unico is rejected for being such a terrifying monster.
Where you from, Pee-wee? I never met anybody before who didn't know where he came from or where he's headed to. Huh? What in the world are you?
I'm Unico.
Yeah! Stay away from me! Whoa!
Discount Garfield's friends tease him for being afraid of Unico, and then they decide to make everything better by beating up the baby.
You know, when you start bawling like a baby in front of a midget like that, we begin to wonder whether you should be the boss of this forest anymore.
Thought you could pull a fast one on me, did ya? Yeah! I'm gonna kill you!
Unico continues to try to make friends, but no one can tolerate his terrifying visage.
Hi, I'm Unico. Who are you? Oh.
He finds a little grove where we see him being sad, over and over and over again. After a good rainy day cry, Unico hears beautiful music being played by an off-brand Blue Beetle.
Huh?
The song draws the other animals in, and wait, what are those? Cat balls. Discount Garfield doesn't appreciate another imitation license invading his forest, but when he raises his grievances, off-brand Blue Beetle zaps his friends into squares and makes a rocket out of a log to chase him down when he tries to run away.
Get out of here! Ah! The big... Wow! Wow!
Discount Garfield tries to pawn off his superior sound system in exchange for his life, and off-brand Blue Beetle takes him on as a sidekick and explains his evil plan.
I'll give you this, free of charge if you let me go. What do you say, huh? What you got here is your most advanced stereophonic sound system in the world. When you put them on, you just can't stop your feet from dancing, you see? Ooh, ee, chicka-chicka-boo, ooh. I'll serve you. I'll be your slave. I'll do anything you say. Really, I will, really.
Perhaps you could be of use to me. I must turn all the animals of the forest into living puppets.
What do you mean, puppets?
Just that. I turn them into living puppets.
Now a minion of darkness, Discount Garfield tells Off-Brand Blue Beetle to capture Unico and turn him into a puppet, but his aim is as off as his brand and he misses his chance.
I gotcha. Back there! Just what you're looking for!
I think the master will be pleased with this one. Whoa.
Wow! There he goes! There! Shoot him! Shoot him! Come on! Watch out! Watch out!
Be quiet.
I told you to watch out. Why didn't you listen to me?
Oh, shut up.
While Unico is being washed downstream, Off-Brand Blue Beetle, who we learn is named Toby, is approached by his master, Lord Kuruku.
Well, Toby, once the animals have been turned into living puppets, what's next?
Be quiet, you fool. The master is approaching.
Toby. Toby. Toby! I hope you have not been lazy, Toby.
Kuruku tells Toby to collect people and instructs him on where to bring the puppets when he's done.
Toby, once you finish with all the animals, you may begin collecting people. You may begin with those houses down in the valley there. You'll do that for me, won't you? Toby?
What was that?
A magician. And my master.
Later, we see that a little girl and her family found Unico and are nursing him back to health.
Oh, he's awake. Isn't he cute?
He's probably frightened of people.
Well, I'll take care of that.
We find out that the little girl, whose name is Sherry, really misses her brother, who's gone missing.
There used to be another person here, my older brother.
It's time we forgot about him. I'm certain he's forgotten all about us by now.
Why do I make Father angry whenever I mention my brother? I lost my best friend when I lost my brother. From now on, we can be each other's best friend.
Sherry, don't threaten him. You're just frightening him.
I like you, you know? And I like my brother.
Unico wakes up and recalls what Sherry said the night before and, gets friendly.
And I like you, too.
I'm Unico.
Sherry celebrates her new friend in the way that most things are handled in this movie, by running around aimlessly.
Faster, Unico! Let's shake hands. Come on!
Okay. Wait for me.
Come on!
During a storm that night, Toby arrives at Sherry's house and we find out that he's Sherry's missing brother.
It's my big brother! He's come home!
Toby, is that you? But my boy, what on earth is that you've got on?
Thanks to Sherry's mother, we find out that the Blue Beetle costume is actually a magician's outfit.
It looks like a magician's costume, Toby.
Of course!
That's exactly what it is, Mother.
Toby casts some spells for his family, but they don't appreciate his hard work.
I can't. I'm afraid of it.
I can do anything.
Toby, stop it. Leave your father alone.
I don't like this, my boy.
You will wear nothing but the finest dresses, Mother.
I don't want them. Leave me alone.
What are you trying to do, Toby? Stop it. These powers of yours, they're not right, Toby.
While Toby's entertaining his family, Discount Garfield subtly finds Unico hiding.
Aha!
But the activity in the house is quickly broken up when Kuruku comes to visit.
Toby!
Mother, Father, Sherry, you've got to hide. Get out of here.
Oh, those are people, aren't they, Toby? I think they will make delightful puppets. Now, are there any other people in this house, Toby?
None.
Hurry up and do to the rest of the village what I just did to this charming couple. You won't keep me waiting, will you, Toby?
Hold on. Why does Karuku want Toby's help if he can do it himself? After Toby saves Sherry and Unico, he goes on a finger gun rampage.
If you don't hide, your brother will have to turn you into a living puppet. I can only follow my master's orders.
Toby plays a hip disco tune on his flute that makes all the puppets he created follow him. Unico and Sherry follow the puppets and see that they're boarding a huge ship and get on board, only to be taken to Karuku's hideout, which turns out to be closer than they thought.
Father!
Wait for me!
I wonder where they're taking everybody.
Nightmare Island.
Nightmare Island, huh? Is Nightmare Island far?
No, not far at all. You can see it already.
And then we see the true horror of this place. Nightmare Island is people! Toby plays that hip disco tune again, and Unico and Sherry follow the puppet path to an opening, where Unico stumbles on something.
Excuse me.
After eating them, the wheelie screamer drops them into the heart of Karuku's lair, where they find him just hanging out.
Oh, I have house guests, I see.
You're a bad man.
Well, aside from that, am I the sort of person you'd like to spend time with?
Karuku summons Toby and tells him to turn Sherry and Unico into puppets, but the loving brother convinces his master to turn them into toys instead of puppets, and only Discount Garfield seems to share our confusion.
Toby! Toby, come to me! I want you to deal with this annoying pair of little trespassers, Toby.
Why, they are only children, Master. Please don't force me to turn them into living puppets. As they are only children, let me turn them into toys, Master.
This is the weirdest looking toy I ever saw.
After Toby leaves, Karuku plays with his toys in the only way we could expect him to, in a nonsensical light show.
I'm in the mood to be amused!
But he gets very upset when he catches Toby watching him.
Toby, shouldn't you be at work?
This reminds me of something.
Lord help me! What? You needed on the bridge, sir. Did you see anything? No, sir. I didn't see you playing with your dolls again. Good!
Later, when his master is done playing, Toby rescues Sherry and Unico, turning them back to normal and getting them away from the castle, but not before telling them exactly where he's going next.
Now I have an appointment to keep in the Valley of the Demons.
Sherry and Unico try to run after Toby to stop him, but as we see from another feverish nightmarescape, they're too late.
We have to stop Toby. We have to warn the demons before they're all turned into living puppets.
After Unico lights the way with a new trick, they stumble upon the totally not annoying demon babies that Toby left behind.
Be quiet for a minute. I'm trying to light up. I have to work at it or it goes out.
Is anybody here?
What happened to your parents? When you cry like that, it makes me want to...
The orphan demon babies tell Unico and Sherry where to go next, but not before getting real weird.
We have no idea how to fight Karuku's magic. The Sphinx, who knows everything, would probably know that too. Hey! Stop it! Let me go! Oh, this is serious business, you! Sherry, we've got to find this Sphinx. She's the only chance that we've got.
She's over there. She's over there.
You don't have far to go.
Hey, that one looks kind of familiar. Sherry and Unico search the desert for the Sphinx, but just when they're succumbing to being too tired, they're set upon by a spicy little nugget that doesn't look at all like any other characters in the movie.
But I'm so tired. So tired.
Are you two all right? I've never seen anything like you. What are you? Huh! I'm not so sure you're even worth saving. This one's more like it. I'll be more than happy to save your life.
The baby Sphinx helps them recover and gives them some answers.
You see, the Sphinx is my mother, but she's out visiting friends, so I'm in charge. I know everything. Do you know how to fight Karuku's magic powers? Anyway, I'm not expected to know about magic yet. Ask me something simpler. I bet the great Trojan horse would be able to help you fight this guy's magic powers. The Trojan horse at the end of the earth.
Sherry and Unico head for the end of the earth, but Sherry gets tough and delivers some hard news to her friend.
Come back! You'll never make it!
Unico,
Yes, Sherry?
this is where we go our separate ways.
No, I won't stay here. I'm coming with you to the end of the earth.
But now I have to go on alone. I can't take you with me.
The Sphinx tells Unico some more facts and it inspires him to make some big changes.
Bonehead, she not only likes you, she loves you. She doesn't want you to have to suffer too. Sherry! And I love you! I can help you, Sherry! I can! What's happened to the little guy?
But I guess those changes make it so Unico can't talk, because throughout their entire journey, neither he nor the baby Sphinx tells Sherry that she's been riding on him the whole time, and she doesn't find out until after they arrive at the end of the earth.
We're almost there! Unico, it's you!
I can't believe it.
As it turns out, all the junk that gets thrown away in this world is sentient. One of the junk pieces is the Trojan horse, which is actually just a giant rocking horse that holds all the secrets.
All the things that nobody wants get washed up here.
You're a human! A human!
Yes, a human.
A human!
A human, just like the ones that threw us away.
All of you, shut up!
Oh, where could the Trojan horse be?
Was someone looking for me?
Huh?
I am right under you, young lady.
Would you mind terribly if we asked you a question, Mr. Horse?
He tells Sherry to look into his eye hole and tells the story of how Karuku came to be. Karuku was once an innocent puppet that was owned by an evil couple who tangled up his strings and threw him in the garbage because evil folks ain't got time to fiddle with knots. After getting chucked, he washed up on the shores at the end of the earth. Like all the other objects in this place, he stayed in the same place day after day, But it just so happened that in this spot, he got an itty-bitty bit of sunshine. Thanks to the light of Earth's yellow sun, because that doesn't sound familiar, Karuku gained the strength of 100 abandoned puppets and was able to walk right out of that place and become the cookie wizard who terrifies us today. The Trojan horse tells them how to defeat Karuku, and Unico turns into a grown-up again to take them back to Nightmare Island.
So how could we fight Karuku's magic?
I don't know.
What?
I only know that your courage and love are the best weapons against him. That is all I can say. And you won't know which is the stronger until the battle is over.
There it is!
Yeah? It doesn't look all that scary.
But when they get there, they're greeted by a familiar foe.
Hey, you big jerk! What a fat lip! Oh, yabba,
But the wheelie screamer gets distracted by the audience, that's us, and misses out on his chance to catch the trio. After getting past the platforming part of the level, the trio is confronted by Karuku.
I may be mistaken, but didn't I have you both turned into toys?
Yes! I even danced for you!
Toby!
Yes, sir.
Not you idiot! Explain yourself!
When Karuku and Toby disagree about what to do with his sister and Unico, Karuku gets violent and Toby grows violets.
Toby? Toby! I order you to turn them into living puppets now! You leave me no choice!
Run, Sherry! Very well, Master. See how you like this?
You'll have to do a lot better than that!
There's more where that came from.
What?
But Toby's flower power is no match for Cuckoo Karuku, and the magician turns his former minion into a puppet. Cherry and Unico confront Karuku, and he goes into a rage, turning Cherry into a puppet.
Why do you have to do such bad things?
Because they're the only things he can do. He's never done a good thing in his life.
Actually, I'm terrified of you.
Marvelous! That is the nicest thing anyone has said to me all day!
Karuku, listen!
Oh, shut up! Now I just have a little cleaning up to do outside, and my day will be complete.
Karuku changes the remaining cast members into puppets, and Unico gets angry, growing rage wings and killing the wheelie screamer once and for all.
Stop it!
He gets into a dogfight with Karuku, but when Unico politely addresses him, Karuku goes into his final form.
You intolerable ragamuffin! How dare you! No matter where you run, you cannot escape! I'll kill you!
Please, Karuku, break the spell and release all your puppets. When I might have to destroy you, and I'd rather not do that.
I am through playing games with you!
Just when Karuku is sure that he's winning, Unico impales him with his horn. But the final blow comes from Unico's greatest weapon, his heart.
Leave me no choice but to fight you, Karuku.
Prepare to die!
I should have known I'd never stand a against him.
This is more than a scratch.
I hardly touched you. I'm sorry.
Why are you saying that you're sorry? Why?
I'm sorry that you're full of, so much hate.
Unico continues to throw love bomb after love bomb until Karuku's castle crumbles and the magician is defeated.
It's making me feel quite ill.
You must be very lonely.
Lonely!
Karuku, don't worry. I'll be your friend, okay? I'll be your friend forever. Oh, wait, Karuku, don't be frightened.
My hatred was the only thing that kept me alive. I feel good.
Then we get a subtle reminder that Unico is the self-sacrificing savior of humanity before his wind mama whisks him away.
Unico!
What? Did someone call me? Oh,
It's time for you to leave this place. The gods will soon discover what you've done here.
but why?
Because that is your fate, Unico.
As the film comes to a close, we see that Sherry's family is reunited and the Karuku puppet gets a new home.
Mother! Sherry!
Father. Toby.
Unico!
And that was Unico and the Island of Magic. Yep, it sure was. And I don't even know where to begin. This picture sure takes you for a ride. The English voice actors were a mixed bag, the best ones probably being Karuku the Sphinx and Unico. The rest were the rest. Overall, the message is a little confusing. The most powerful weapons are friendship and love. Also stabbing. Stabbing helps. It does do a good job of establishing that all bad people have to start somewhere. Toby was bad because he was a power-hungry gardener. Karuku was abused and abandoned. Discount Garfield was haunted by his cat friend's testicle. No one starts out evil. But the plot is a little confusing. Why did Karuku need or want Toby to begin with? He could have easily turned everyone into puppets himself, and then he wouldn't have had to worry about anyone catching him playing with his dolls. Did he want a friend? Was he bored? That was never really made clear. But despite its flaws, I highly recommend watching this film. It's nothing like anything else out there. The animation, though lacking in some parts like the run cycles, is really creative and well done, especially when it comes to Karuku. And if you're gonna watch it, definitely do so with friends. Because, you know, friendship is the best weapon or something. このレビューが私たちの友情を深めることを願っています。Thanks for watching!